There we go. Starting.
Still shows offline for me.
It'll come on. It'll come on. I got 0 people watching. All right, you can hear us.
Yay!
All right, enough of that. Okay, good. We finally got it back. What, well, don't you know? Just a good old turn off, restart. That fixes everything. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another live stream of Low Nose. Well, sort of. All right, so guys, I'm so sorry I've actually been away for a little bit. Just to give you like a update. This is actually what I was just saying previously, what you actually were not hearing from me. Okay, so last week, if you saw, I did my live improv show. If you haven't already seen it, go ahead, check it on my channel. I've got a video right there, live improv. If you have seen it,
I'm so sorry.
if you have seen it, then go ahead, let me know. Leave some feedback or suggestions or even a critique. For free, just let me know. Guys, you know me, I love putting myself out there for just kind of the case of like bettering myself. So please, if you have any comments or feedback, please let me know. On top of that, shortly after my live improv show, I got sick. I wasn't sure if it was a flu or whatever, and I know so many of you guys are waiting for tutorial videos and specific videos for me to release, but I just could not get to it because your boy was under the weather along with my kids because they were sick as well, and it finally caught up to dad. So this is where we are now. We are starting out fresh with a live stream number 5. It is a packed show. I am so glad to be here with you guys, and I'm glad you guys are here with me. And as always, starting out from now, I have my lovely girlfriend here in the background.
Hi, locos.
All right, my girlfriend. Okay, so before, we got 6 viewers. All right, so before we get started, just jumping into the meat of everything, my girlfriend and I, we have the funniest banter whatsoever. And she was just kind of telling me like, well, love, what was going on? You got your...
My contacts? Is that what you were
Your
saying?
contacts, yeah.
Yes, so it's kind of...
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is super important. I told you I have to give this guy a shout out. Okay, so, guys, if you don't know, I just opened up my Discord. It is super under construction, so stop by if you like Low Nose. Go ahead, look at the banner. There's a little Discord thing. Go ahead, sign, join up. All that stuff. Really want to make it a cool, fun thing. But I got to give out major shout outs to a guy who is helping me out. And also, he was also the first Discord joiner. Give it up for Larko, everybody. Larko.
Welcome.
Welcome. All right. I'm sorry. Before we get to everybody, let me just give like a shout out, roll call to everybody. Z Alves, what is going up?
Z Alves.
Humbug Show.
Humbug.
All right. Randall Edwards.
He's new, right?
He is very new.
Welcome.
Heather. Welcome to the stream.
Go Howard.
Fireman TV,
Hey,
thank you so
Fireman.
much. And Larko, thanks again.
Thank you, Larko.
All right, so yes, love, you were getting contacts?
Yes, so I had to like rewind, and my brain's a little fuzzy now because you caught me off guard. So I wear contacts, and I usually order them from 1-800-CONTACTS. And it's been a while. My prescription was expired, and they keep on reminding me that I have to update it, and it's like, I have to go to the doctor, and I have to call, and I have to figure out the appointments, and it's like, too much of a headache. Let me just wear the same exact contacts for months and months and months on end when I really should be taking them out and changing them out every month. Anyway, so today they tell me again, like, go ahead and order them. Like, you know what? Let me see if I could get away with this. Let me just pretend that I could just reorder it and they're not going to say anything. And of course they said, you know what? Your prescription's expired. We're not going to be able to send you the contacts. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just going to leave it at that. Then they wrote me and they said, if you want, what we could do, we have a new feature now, and it's go on to the app and you could do an eye exam on the app. And I was like, I could do an eye exam on the app? So they told me to put it up, like standing up, and it measured every single step that I was taking. I had to be 10 feet away from the phone. and it did like the eye exam. It told me to cover my right eye, told me to cover my left eye, and I had to like say it out loud. It said all the letters ENDO, whatever it was, and it recorded it. And then they ended up having doctors checking it out, and I guess they saw that I wasn't lying, and they were like, okay, she's good to go, and they uploaded a prescription for me, and I was like, amazing. That was amazing. And so I know for me it was something like the customer service for me that was like, oh, that was amazing.
Right. So before we got into it, I was just like, okay, a second. So you can now do eye exams with your cell phone. Crazy. And I was like, are there some people who just like would refuse to do that? And I was gonna say, I think there's some people out there who would never do that. They would never trust a phone because how accurate can the phone get? But you said the phone was pretty accurate.
I thought it was pretty accurate.
Right. But what is the cutoff for these people who just refuse to do it? First, I'd like to know who here thinks this is a really cool idea. And secondly, where is that cutoff? Because I feel like maybe I'm going to go from 17, I'm going to go younger, okay? From the womb all the way to maybe to 40.
Where are you going with this?
People would jump on the app, doing their eye exams with the app. Anything after that?
I'm surprised.
All right, the womb to 50. From the womb to 50, anybody would jump on using the app for their eye exams. Anything after that, they'd rather see the doctor up close and personal because they would think inherently there's just something wrong with the app on the phone.
The one thing that I was thinking when they finally approved, they gave me the approval and everything. I was like, I really could have been blind as a bat. Somebody could have been like feeding me the letters just to get these contacts, and then I would be this blind person driving on the road. That's like a huge liability.
It's very true.
Don't tell anybody though at 1-800 contacts because I want to make sure I get my contacts like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like you said before, of course they're going to do this because they don't want anybody to lose a business.
Right.
So it just makes sense. All right, guys. So let us know what you think about the app. Do you think it's a good thing? Would you do it or not? Or whether there's the cutoff date before you start getting really old with it and like, I'm not going to use no app. I want to see a doctor by myself. That's it. Okay, so we are going to try actually something new during this live stream. I'm not really sure if you're aware, but I have these little low-isms that I use a lot that my girlfriend calls me out a lot.
Crutch words.
Crutch words, okay? I would like to say, you can say crutch words. I will call them low-isms. And one of her crutch words that she says I like to say is actually, or maybe and then.
No, as well.
Oh, as well. Okay, so here's the game, guys. We're going to go to cam number 2. And as you can see right here, we've got 2 shot glasses and maybe some whiskey right here. So the game is, guys, follow along. If there are any crutch words where you know that I grind those crutch words, that's right. And I grind them to the ground. Okay, so the game here is, if over the time where you have been actually listening to me or watching my videos,
you just said it. Sorry, go ahead.
Fuck. All right, so
I'm gonna be counting how many times he says it.
Is it getting hot in here? All right. If there are some words that you know that I just crutch on, make that list in the chat right now so we can keep a list of running words that I just seem to fall on. She says one of the words is actually.
Another word that you use is kinda.
Kinda, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to jump back to it again. I am a person who is always looking to try to get better and always take myself out of this comfort zone. But for this purpose right now, guys, start the game. Exactly. Yes. So if there are, please make a list of words. Right now, our list of words is actually and kind of and as well. And if I say these words during the stream, then I will I'm spilling it.
Oh my god, we have to do like tiny little sips though because he says so many of these words.
All right, here we go. Here it is.
He's gonna end up getting really drunk.
Oh no, I am not getting. I'm not getting drunk because I'm focused. I am all about beating this.
You're a role model on YouTube.
Smash that like button, please. Yes, I wish that was a crutch word. Welcome to the low stream at Twitter. Wow, I appreciate.
Yes, so much.
I appreciate the faith in me, humbug. But you guys are not gonna catch me. I promise you that I'm gonna ace this.
No, this is actually gonna be. Oh no, I just said it. Oh. Oh goodness. Okay, okay.
There you go.
Oh, it's so strong.
And on top of that, we have a bevy of topics that we want to go with you. Did I say those words? No, I didn't. That we want to go with you guys.
Go over with you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
That's not what you said. I don't know if this is gonna be a good idea. I promise you.
It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best of ideas. All right. The chat is going by really fast. So, what happened? Oh, I thought you looked at me like I said something.
No,
okay.
I'm looking to see if your chat's going by faster than mine.
Okay. All right. That was not a word. Yes. This is gonna end. This ain't gonna end well. Well, you know, I feel like.
Oh man, you're thinking about.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not thinking about anything. I feel like since we asked the chat to actually give us a couple words that they feel like it's my crutch word.
You just said actually, sorry.
Did I actually?
Should I?
I did not say actually.
You did.
I did?
Yeah. How do I do this without interrupting you? Because this is gonna be all night. Should I just put it in the chat?
What?
Every time you say actually, I'll just put actually.
Maybe the chat should just like blow up. So I just cannot miss it. All right, then. Here we go. First one.
Oh my god. I don't know if this is a good idea.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea for live stream number 5. All right, where were we?
We're going to go over a lot of topics.
You know he's going to slip up. Guys, come on, guys. I need a little faith from you guys here. All right? All right? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, so.
The topics. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is a good idea. You're going to get. Your laser focus is gonna get a little blurred.
No. My laser focus is keened and lasered in right now. You need a bell. Ring it every single time.
Oh, this is true.
I don't have a bell.
That's genius. Oh my god, we should have had like a little doorbell thingy. You know, a little.
That's why we got the iPhone.
Okay. Actually.
Who said it?
I think you did.
Oh.
I don't know.
When?
I don't know. Humbug just
Crap! We don't know how delayed the chat is. So that could have been for the other one.
That could have been.
It probably could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, ding. I can't find the bell because I'm already 2 in. I'm not feeling anything. So what we're going to talk about? You were holding all the topics that we're going to talk about. As always, guys, any questions or answers about anything tech-related, audio, voiceovers, video editing, let me know right now. For those of you,
well, I wanted to find out which one of you guys were on the live stream for when he did the improv.
Yeah, let's go back there.
Is Ben Burr on here?
No, he hit me up on Instagram. He was like, "Yeah, locos, I'll be there."
I think who else was on there? Gus?
I
think it was Gus. I don't know.
Yeah, Gus was like, "Yeah."
Yes. Gus was on there. Ben Burr.
Oh, that's right.
I think was.
Oh, I was gonna say the A word on the live stream.
Right. So I just wanted to apologize to everybody. I didn't realize how close the camera was to my
Heather was there.
My face, I guess, and really throughout the entire time, all you hear is my laughing.
Right.
You just hear my cackling.
It was fine. It was fine. The laughing was fine. I felt it add to it. I really felt it add to it. And if you guys didn't know, right after that live show, there was another student show in the same place, but on another stage. And me and some of my friends who were actually in the show were like,
actually, sorry.
Fudge!
Oh my god, I have to figure something else out though.
That A word. We went and did another live show. So we got on stage, bloop, 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 improv, all this stuff, bloop, 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 bloop. Scene. And that was it. So that was pretty cool. Improv 3 starts tomorrow. I do a live show after that. Then I do something on Saturday. It's all rolling. Super cool things are going on with that. And I really do hope that it's actually helping me with, told you 20 minutes. Fuck. Just realize that we are doing this for you guys. Okay, when we are not live streaming, when we are, what was that word I used in the beginning of our live stream? Bantering. When we are bantering, we are always going about just talking about silly stuff. I was gonna say another A word. I can't talk.
Okay, this is why I wasn't sure this is gonna work, because
It's gonna work.
It's gonna make you
No,
hesitate instead
no,
of
it's
just
not.
being yourself.
Yeah, no. Well, you never know. Anyway, I'm getting back to it. Okay, and we're always saying about what kind of cool stuff can we do for the live stream, and somehow I believe my girlfriend came up with the idea that we should actually do shots.
Actually,
No! Oh my God!
I think I made a mistake.
All right.
I made a mistake by telling you this.
This is actually.
Oh boy! I think the more you drink, the worse you get.
Yeah. Salud.
He's really gonna be on the floor. This is less than 20 minutes.
All right, we should probably start hitting up these topics.
Okay. Yes.
Waiting for the slurred speech. It's coming, folks. Yeah. Okay, so what topics are we going to talk about, or what did we want to talk about? As always, guys, question and answers, hit me up. But I have a feeling that you're not going to give me question and answers. You're probably just going to see me just kind of like become a slouch and end up. It really is getting hot in here. Okay. Game over, man. Game over. I can only hear him say, the guy from Aliens. Game over, man. If you guys know the reference that I'm making to, just say, yeah, I know the reference. Okay, let's get straight into it. Last week, my girlfriend and I, we saw Black Panther, and we actually wanted to have a little discussion about that. A lot of people said that movie was like, oh my God, that was like the greatest movie ever made, and yada yada. Hold on a second. Black Panther was a really good movie, but I don't think it was the greatest movie ever made. It was more like a really good Marvel movie, and it was also very much a first superhero movie. So I went on to tell my girlfriend that. What do I mean by like a first superhero movie? Well, the villain is not really like a terrible villain, but we'll get to the villain later on as far as like the themes that the movies cover. But as far as when I say like a first superhero movie, let's go back to Iron Man Part 1, right? There really was no big villain. It was like a coming of age of the creation of the character. Of course, the origin story of how everything came along and yada yada yada. And in Iron Man 1, who does he fight? A family member. Oh, spoilers for
anybody who didn't watch it. Thank you.
Yeah, for anyone. All right, so you know, the villain in Black Panther is not like some super comic book villain. It's a very much a villain that is very close to home. So like I'm saying, it's very much a first superhero movie, a la the first Spider-Man. He fights his best friend's dad. Spoilers. Who else? Whatever. Insert movie here and there and there. Very much a very first superhero movie. Now,
love.
What happened now?
Everybody's looking at you being drunk.
Oh crap! I'm not being drunk.
Thank you, C. Elvis.
Oh, what mic are you using today? Yeah, I'm using the Rode NT1A. Oh, actually, let's get back on the comments. Have you tried the blue mouse and the dragonfly?
What is that?
It sounds like a dirty toy if you ask me. The blue mouse and the dragonfly. Okay. I am an Arab and I don't understand anything. Whatever. Mego, we still love you. Waiting for the slurred speech. Nope, it's not gonna happen. Nice. Wow. Game over, man. Okay. Drink the entire... No. Wait a minute, I thought he could understand. He just wrote down drink... I guess maybe it was Google Translate.
He says something else mean about me.
I challenge you to kill your wife.
I'm not his wife, but don't kill me.
Okay. Rode mic, I bet, yeah. Do you guys not like the sound of the mic? Add your wife as an admin low. Yeah, yeah, I know.
He keeps on saying every single stream he's going to do this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, can I do it from here? Go to channel. No, I can't. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on, guys. Why is it when I go to your name, it takes you to a gaming channel?
Because I'm a gamer by night. I have a double life. You just didn't know.
I see that. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. Maybe next time. I mean moderator. Men, they are mic low.
They're Mike.
Why you need a moderator? This is why you need a moderator. Your voice is awesome. I love you. Hey, Migo. No, Mego. Thanks a lot, bro. Okay, so back. The lone nose, the man, the myth, the legend. Hey. Shattuck Stick. Shattuck Stick, what up, dog? All right, so going back to Black Panther, guys. If you guys have seen Black Panther or actually know what I'm talking about or actually have thoughts about what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can't do any spoilers on that one.
I'm not going to do any spoilers.
It's
but
still
yeah.
in the theaters. I think there's a rule. There's an unspoken rule.
It very much is. But if there's interest in Black Panther, we will move away from that because there is nothing happening in the chat. But if you would like me to continue with my thoughts on that as far as the themes that the movie touched on.
There's something that I thought was interesting, the conversation that we had just the other day.
Yeah.
Because they went on to, like, it became a really big movement here.
Right.
Really big Black culture movement. And it was amazing. I really did, like, think that it was refreshing for the storyline to really pick up on, like, the history and just all of the culture. And it was just really beautiful, like all of the costumes and you know where they shot all the scenes and everything. It was amazing. But I asked you if there was any Hispanic superheroes. Remember that?
Right.
And I was kind of upset because I was like, you know, like, well, why does it have to be like white superheroes, Black superheroes? Like, why can't there be a Hispanic superhero? And we just like looked this up, and we found an entire list. And did you know that Wonder Woman is actually Peruvian?
Right.
Yes.
And when did that actually get lost in translation? Because when you're thinking about Peruvian, you're thinking about South America, right? And of course, Wonder Woman is Amazonian, or that's what they say. She's from the
right. So here's the thing, right? So the Amazons is mostly in Brazil.
Right.
Then second, it's Peru.
Right.
And then it's also Colombia. So she could actually be Colombian.
All right.
Like Colombia. Whoa, Colombia. All right, yeah. So she could actually be Colombian.
Right. But according to comic book lore, that little invisible island that they're on is nowhere near on South America. It's like an island just like on its own in the middle of the ocean.
Right. Well, they completely changed everything. But look at the other thing that I ended up finding out. So
Okay.
Catwoman, she's half Cuban.
Right.
Spider-Man, there's
yeah.
two different versions that they say he's either a Black Puerto Rican or Mexican. And then they change his name and he just becomes they completely Americanized him. Green Lantern is also
wait,
Mexican.
hold on. So how do you say Peter Parker in Spanish? Or how would you Hispanicanize or Latinize Peter Parker?
His name was like Miguel something.
Miguel Sanchez.
It was something completely different.
How'd you say my spidey senses are tingling in Spanish?
Oh my god, I have no idea.
No, please, anybody? Real quick?
I have no idea how you would even go about saying something.
Hey Siri. She's not working. She's probably drinking too. Oh my god, yeah. Right. And then we had a discussion, why are these so it comes off like there are no Hispanic characters, right? That's the consensus. Right. I'm like, well, you know, there actually probably is a lot of Hispanic comic book characters. There's probably a variety of different race of Hispanic. No, of just racial. The freaking. There's a variety. There's a plethora of different comic book characters from all over the world with all different ethnicities,
yes.
right? The thing is, they make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comic book characters, but they just kind of throw it out there and see like what sticks.
Right. Well, I think that the Black Panther was a marketing like move on whatever the studios. I think that they took advantage of the fact that they knew that the Black community was going to gather around for this, and that everybody was really going to show a lot of love for the movie.
Right.
They ended up like buying out entire theaters and everything for like underprivileged kids to go watch the movie. So I mean, it did really great. But I don't know. I wonder if now they're like, so if it worked for this, maybe we could do it for like, you know, like. Yeah,
and it's true. What boggles my mind is how like Marvel. How they kind of take like, guys, like I'm pretty sure you guys have kind of noticed it as well. So Marvel bring out these characters that you never knew that you actually wanted to be fans of, such as Iron Man. When Iron Man first came out, it was just like, you know, oh, Iron Man, dude in a suit, yeah, he's cool. but for some reason they kind of made a movie out of him, made a movie on him. Like, whoa, it's Iron Man. Same thing with Ant-Man. You know, they were making Ant-Man. And you're just like, why are they making an Ant-Man movie? And, oh my God! All of a sudden we love Ant-Man. So it's just like,
right. Well, they're running out of ideas,
yeah.
and they just want to make more money.
Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, I love it.
It's true.
I love it. I mean, this particular movie, for it being a Marvel superhero movie, like, it didn't have as much action. Like, that was one of the first things that I told you. I was like, it was a really cool movie, and I loved it. It was so story, like, so that's like, it was very rich in storyline, but like the action in it, it was good. Yeah. I mean, they had rhinos. Oh, super spoiler. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. They had cars too. Hold on, let me just answer Randall Edwards. Do I use a mic preamp like a DBX 286? No, I had one before in the past, but I got rid of it. I do want to get the newer version, the DBX 286A, I think it is. Is that what it is, love?
I have no idea.
Oh, she knows, right? I do want to get that one. It's the white one. But right now, what I'm doing right now is I have everything connected to my Yamaha mixer, and I'm just using that straight up. But I do have an Avalon preamp that I use for my professional voiceover. So yes, I like using preamps, mic preamps with my mics. Or if I ever did get a DBX 286, I would use a mixer. Mego's showing some serious love.
Is he talking about your voice or mine?
I don't know. Mego says, "Oh man, your voice is beautiful. I will marry you."
Yeah.
Mego, you're so flattering.
Mego,
thank you so much.
Do you mean me?
I think everybody would like to know. Are you talking to me, or are you talking to my girlfriend? Dude, you better be talking to me. Hey, here we go. Z Alvis. Peter Parker is the same in Spanish. Bruce Wayne is Bruno Diaz.
Well, Peter Parker, no, it would be Pedro.
Pedro
Parker. That was horrible, but that's exactly what it was.
It sounds like Pedro, go park my car.
Oh,
that's the whiskey talking.
That's
the whiskey talking. No, but no, Bruce Wayne is Bruno Diaz. That's awesome. That seems like my alias somewhere. Like if I'm gonna order like pizza at Costco and ask me like, what's your name? Bruno Diaz. Yeah, or some fancy restaurant.
When you reserve the next hotel stay.
Yeah. And who can I take the name for the reservation? Yes, Bruno Diaz.
Bruno Diaz.
And will there be a Mrs. Bruno Diaz? Yes, there will be.
Of course. With a name like that?
Yeah. When will you play the game?
Oh, he's playing right now.
I don't know what Mego is talking about, man. Mego, thank you for making the chat interesting. Appreciate that. I'm glad to see that I have not said the 3 boo-boo words, if I have or not.
You did.
Fudge.
Like, yeah, so I.
You've been tallying it?
9:34, you said 2 of them, kinda and as well. And you said as well like twice. So I don't even want to tell you because I don't want you to get...
Yeah, let's get to the end of the stream.
Yeah, I don't want you to get...
I just got one recently, and it's badass. I'm using it with a Mackie PP12 V2. Sounds awesome. I use it on my radio show. Really, Randall?
Radio show? What radio show? Please let us know so we could hear.
Randall, I will check out your channel afterwards. Wait, Randall, hold on. Is it like a real radio show, or is it like your... Do you have any of that stuff on your YouTube channel? I would like to listen to it. I like to listen to it, man. What up? All right. So, what do we have? What's next, love?
What's next? Let me see. Did you want to talk about the couple that I was telling you about?
The couple you were telling me about?
Yeah, you remember I was telling you that this couple they created a company to tell your kids. So people are...
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so people are feeling very awkward when their kids are asking to talk about the birds and the bees. So they're hiring this couple, and you have to pay $3,500 for them, perfect strangers, to sit down with your kids and talk to them about the birds and the bees. So what do you think about that?
Transplant helper, what's going on? Woohoo! He came in just in time. We were talking about the birds and the bees. Birds and the bees, considering transplant life. All right, so okay, if that's the case, like, what is going on with the generation that thinks it's okay to kind of like pass off like these duties of not like taking the responsibility of actually talking about the birds and the bees with your kids, and you would think it's so much easier on you to actually pay someone to like, hey, tell my kids about this. I mean, the sad reality is that like they've probably already seen it on the internet.
Right. And they're teaching about it at school. But it's not the same. It's not the same. When you have your parents you look up to, you trust, right? And you feel comfortable, and you can ask whatever stupid questions, because sometimes you don't, as a kid, you don't know. Like, you don't.
Okay, let me ask you. Do you remember your birds and the bees conversation with your parents?
My birds and the bees conversation happened when I was really young, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And my parents were very forthcoming with me. Like, there was no sugarcoating at all. And they very much told me about everything. And it was just like, make sure you have sex when you're in love. Make sure that you use protection, like, or else you could get pregnant. Like, and I think I was like 9.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very young. And I want to say that during that time, because we would have like our nice little walks to Carvel. We would walk like 6 blocks in the summer nights. And my brother was there. So if I was 9, he was 7. And he's listening to the conversation. He's like, so condoms, how do you put them on? He's asking all kinds of crazy questions. And he's probably going to kill me if he ever sees this.
Yeah.
But yeah. And anyway, the point is that as a kid, you have to have the, you have to feel comfortable enough to ask these types of questions, because then if not, like, how else are you going to find out? And it's going to end up like in the wrong hands. How about you? What was your story like?
Yes, I'll tell you my story, but let me just answer Eric Martin's question. He just got the MG12XU, the same mixer that I am using. He wants to know if I'm going to put out any more videos. Yeah, if there is a request for them, I've been using this mixer probably for the past 6 or 7 months, so I've learned a lot of additional things using this mixer since the time that I've actually made that video. So if there is a specific thing that you are wanting to know about this mixer that you'd like for me to explain about you, yes, let me know. Leave a comment down in one of my videos or somewhere. Not here. It's going to get lost in here. But go ahead, leave a comment in one of my other videos if you have a question about this, and I'll go ahead and try to answer it for you, or make a video about that. But I think it's probably a good idea if I make some additional videos on this thing, because the topic of this mixer is pretty hot. All right, so getting back to my first talk about the birds and the bees, I actually don't remember, to tell you the truth. I think my mom or my dad, I think it was my mom, came up to me. It was just like, hey, son, you know about this, right? You know, it's like, you know, this, you want to save until you're in love, and so like, it was very, I don't know.
I can totally imagine her saying these things. How old were you?
Okay. Gosh darn it, I remember.
Like, do you have this conversation prior to puberty, or like right, like you
of
can't
course.
You can't like really guess?
I remember I was in, maybe 4th or 5th grade. I remember in elementary school, we were playing in the schoolyard, and by the fence there was this magazine that was laid up and just kind of wet from the morning dew.
Oh my god.
And it was just kind of like stuck to the fence.
So
and
this is where it started.
And me and a couple guys, or kids, we kind of like, hey, what's that? And, you know, you being like a little kid who's maybe in the 4th or 5th grade, and you see like a nudie magazine, like kind of like glued up against like a fence. You're like, whoa, check that. So we're all like, oh my god, and we just kind of saw it, and we all kind of like tore a page off for ourselves, and we just kind of tuck it away.
Oh my goodness. You never told me this, by the way.
Yeah,
okay.
no, this is not really something you kind of, yeah. You blame the fireball. Okay. Yeah, and then fast forward to lunchtime, one of the janitors heard that I found a nudie magazine, or I got a page of it, and he came like, hey man, I hear you got something. Listen, I want to make sure you don't get in trouble. Just drop it in this trash can right now, okay? And I'm like, okay, like, I'm really sorry, and I drop it in there. He's like, okay man, just don't do anything. Don't do anything. You're just a kid, man. Just go along. I'm like, okay, thanks for not telling anybody. I mean, for all I know, he probably kept it for himself.
Did you regret that? You probably could have framed that. Like the first.
Oh, yeah, there were plenty of nudie magazines after that. So many to count.
And videos.
Yeah. And going back to the whole kids, you know, it's just like, you got kids going to school with their smartphones. You're not telling me at some point or another they're like, oh, nudie video.
And they're so bad too now. Like it's
what,
not...
the kids or the nudie videos?
No, well, because like, okay, so
videos.
When I was younger, the same thing happened to me. I think I went into like a restaurant bathroom and I was looking underneath the sink, and then I found somebody's nudie magazine. And again, I was really little also, and I was like very confused by this whole thing. I also came across, I think it was my uncle's video, you know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as that being concerned, like there was only so much access that you would have to these things, but now the kids have access to whatever at their fingertips. So I mean, you're looking at like really messed up things on the internet.
It's true.
But so would you pay somebody $3,500?
Oh, that's right. That was a question. I completely forgot about that. No, I wouldn't. No. And if someone actually do that, that's I'm no.
I remember in school some kid yelled, "We're watching porn," proudly. What grade? Oh man.
Okay. Let me do a quick. Randall says, look up Digital Revolution Radio. That's his radio show. Live East Friday interviews as well. About 2 times a month I'd post web addresses, but won't let me know the chat anyway. Okay. All right. Definitely. For sure. We will check it out. Uh-oh, you're drinking. This will be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. Podcasting. Yeah. You're probably like the third one in. I mean, no, not you're the third one. I'm the third one in. Yeah.
So it happens like around 5th or 6th grade. Desi guy keeps on is interjecting about the conversation that we're talking about.
Oh, okay. I think it was in grade 5. Yeah. I mean that's a good ripe age to discover nudie magazines.
You know, that's so scary to me. Like my boys are like around that age right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're telling me that, you know.
My boys are nowhere near that.
Oh, of course they're not gonna talk to me about these things.
Yeah.
They just tell me like little crushes that they have.
Oh, okay. It'd be funny if they came to me and actually asked me.
Oh goodness. You would have to tell me right away.
Yeah. What if they asked me for advice?
How would you feel?
What would the question be? Give me a question. Let's role play this. Hold on. No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So where do you put
wait,
it?
No. I'm asking we're asking the chat right now. If you are in the 5th or 6th grade and you were asking me for advice
on the birds and the bees.
Yes, ask Uncle Lo right now, and I will answer it for you right now as best as I can, as far as the birds and the bees are concerned. All right. So here we go. If I had a jingle right now, I'd probably create something out. You know. Yeah. He's a pissed off belligerent, but that's okay. Ask your crazy questions, but make sure to get out of his way.
Oh yeah,
it's time for Uncle Lo. What the hell do you want, kid? All right. Oh, cool. Okay. All
right.
Anything else?
So the other thing.
Okay. Hold on. Migo is saying goodbye and then love. I'm still not sure if he's talking to me or you, love. But I think the. But I think.
I think it's me.
The unsureness. Are you sure?
Maybe.
I mean, it could be me. It could be me.
It could be.
It really could be me.
I think you want it to be you. I think you enjoy the attention that you get from the gay audience.
What?
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is not a topic that we thought that we were going to talk about, but I do. I think that you enjoy it. Guys, this is completely unrehearsed. And I have him all red.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. How do we know Migo's not a girl?
Oh, this is true. Well, that completely changes everything.
Oh, I like this. Lo is starting to get a fun tan.
He got all flushed because you know what? Because I hit it right on the nerve. That's why. He won't admit it.
Oh my gosh.
He won't admit it, but he loves it. And you had a fan that was a little stalkerish.
Oh, that's right. Oh
my god.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember. I actually had to ban him because he actually went into my son's page and he just started getting like really nasty. So I had to ban him. But there was this guy called, well, I don't know, his name doesn't matter. But every single video that I would put out, he'd always write down, "Fart for me, Lo."
Oh, it was so weird.
You know, I was just like, and I was like, I'm like, haha, you know, you're kind of funny, you know, whatever. I guess that's a weird way to kind of show your support, but you know, okay, you know, like, I guess I'll like the comment. Thanks for watching. And then one day he sends me like a private message. Lo, in all seriousness, let's talk about business. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to give you like my email address or anything, or just
like my address.
Yeah, like we're not going to talk or anything. We can talk over like my school is not innocent. We can talk over Instagram Messenger or something, DM me or something. So like he reaches out to me and we're here chatting and he's like, "Okay, Lo, let's talk about business." And then I kind of like prematurely said, "Man, wow, you know, I really thought you were kind of like gonna catfish me and kind of like set me up with some kind of like please fart for me thing." And then he was like, "Well, are you?" I was like, "Oh my God, you got me." So then from then on, every Instagram post, it was just like, "Fart for me, Lo, fart for me."
And every single video he was posting.
And every single video on my son's channel as well. "Fart for me, Lo. Lo, did you fart in that chair? Lo, I bet that chair, whatever, blah, blah, blah."
I want to sniff the chair.
I want to sniff the chair. Yeah, so it's like, all right.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, so then my girlfriend comes into my son's channel and it was just like, she's like, "Hey, man, can you like just stop? It's like, this is a kid's channel. Stop." And then he's just like, "Mind your own business, bitch."
Yeah,
like,
he
whoa!
started completely irating. Like, what in the world?
So he got off the handle. I was like, "Yo, bro, that's it. Game over." Game over, bro.
Maison.
Oh, where is she? Maylin. Hey, mommy. Yes. Okay, so I guess she just heard the end of the fart for me guy. Devo. That's right.
Yeah, that guy was so weird.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
Anyway, the whole point of that guy is that he was gay, and that he was a stalker. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Like your
full circle around.
Yes.
So yeah, yeah.
You see how I have to connect the dots for you? You need me.
Oh, my fun tan. My fun tan.
That's right.
Change your shirt. Been working all day.
But he smells so good.
Boom! Behind the scenes. There you go. May works with me, or Maylene, she works with me, and she saw me with this shirt since the AM. So whatever. All right. I brushed my teeth before all this started. So I mean, yeah. Just imagine him spamming this one on the stream. Yes. No. It's not gonna happen because I completely banned him from everything. So F that guy.
What? When did you do that though? Just recently?
No.
I just saw something else that I think he was able to get through somewhere.
He got through my other channel, the one that I'm going to do the inspirational stuff. For those of you who subscribe to my other channel that wanted to see about the inspirational stuff, it's happening. Like I said, I was sick over the weekend, so this week should have been the first time I actually released content for that, and me being sick over the weekend kind of went into this weekend, so here we are. So
okay,
that's that. So,
Did you want to talk about? I mean, it completely would change.
Hold on, my school is not innocent. Desi, what do you mean by that?
When he was talking about that, they were the ones that they were talking in 5th grade that they were watching porn.
Oh, okay. That's right. Hey, man, nudie magazines.
So Z Alves thought he was just a joking guy.
In one of your son's videos, good you banned him. Yeah, that's all it was. I mean, you know, as much as the guy was like a super douche, I mean, he did kind of like share that one video when I kind of like tooted on my son's channel, and it got like.
Did you just say tooted?
Yeah.
Goodness.
And it got like over 1,500 views. So I was just like, thanks. And this guy kept on saying like, you know, like fart for me. I was like, bro, I'll give you like a special fart just for you in a bottle if you can get us to like 1,000 subs and 10,000 views.
That's right.
and then he was just like,
he was entertaining it.
No,
he was entertaining.
No. He at that moment he got all serious. He's like, no, I can't do that. That's just way too much. I'm like, ugh. Well, obviously you don't want this.
Oh, like you are not gonna say the tooting. You were not. You were.
No. Obviously you don't want all this essence.
That's not what you were gonna say.
Like I remember I heard one of them say, "Let's." Wow.
In 5th grade.
Oh wow. Like
so yeah,
wow.
because around that time, I would imagine even the boys would probably be worse than the girls. They want to act cool.
Yeah, I have to acknowledge Fireman CV. Yes, for the past 3 or 4 live streams, he has been Remind him to add. Yes, and you might.
Fireman, I'm starting. My feelings are starting to get hurt. I think he just really doesn't want to add me.
No, it's not.
And this is the reason why.
Okay, so the thing about the live stream is that you have to do it during the live stream, because I mean, I really don't want to take away from the live stream. I really don't want you guys to see me just kind of like
stammering.
Yeah, bringing everything to a halt, and let me just kind of like add her here and all this stuff. We got to keep it going. We keep it going. All right, what's the next topic? All
right, so next topic. Did you want to talk about the shootings?
Let's talk about the shootings, guys.
Well, did you want to do like a shout out for Humbug Show, like on that episode that he was talking about gun violence?
Yes, yeah. Humbug, as always, he did a fantastic episode. As far as gun violence, no, it was actually gun violence in his country. They actually outlawed
guns,
automatic rifles and stuff in Australia, and they just passed a bill here, raising the legal age from 18 to now 21. And now teachers are able to, or some teachers are able to actually carry weapons within school. Now, in the beginning, when they first proposed that, some people were like, "That's a stupid idea," and
some of the ideas have been ridiculous. So, like, I don't know who said something about bulletproof book bags for the kids. Having the metal detectors, like, that's not new. Like, they have metal detectors in some of the schools.
Right.
But probably having like an armed guard in every single one of the schools now. Right. And like the armed teachers, like, I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah. It's a mixed bag, because my initial impression is you don't want to make your schools a destination. You don't ever want to have the idea or some kind of inkling of a thought as far as like, hey, let's get a gun. Where can we get a gun? Well, let's go to the schools. Some of the teachers are holding guns. Right. And whether it be someone from the outside, or whether it be just maybe like renegade students who maybe just one day they're just like,
let's overthrow the entire school.
Yeah, and they just kind of like during test time or something, let's jump the teacher. And it's not like the teacher's going to have the thing holstered at all times. That would be silly. I would assume they'd have to be under like lock and key, right, safe and all that stuff. But it's just like, even still, like what if there was a situation where an event was kind of manufactured just for the teacher to actually brandish the weapon. All of a sudden the teachers jumped, and all of a sudden this weapon that was supposed to be defending the kids, now the kids actually grabbed it, and they actually
there's so many other scenarios that could play out because of the fact that the teachers would have it. One of the things that nobody really talks about is the fact that the school shooters, they usually are really depressed and are on some sort of antidepressant. And I think that them being younger and being on an antidepressant, like, I think that ends up harming them in some sort of, there's a side effect that says that they would harm themselves. They could potentially harm themselves or others, or have thoughts of doing these things.
Right.
So one of the things that we were talking about when we had this conversation before, they teach so many different things in high school, and there are so many subjects that we don't even use as adults. And one of the things that I think that they should really teach us is how to deal with our emotions. Like, if we have anything that, and especially around that time, you don't really want to talk to anyone. Like, I'm too cool, I don't want to talk to anyone about what's really going on. You have all these insecurities, and you have, again, all of these questions, and you don't really have anybody that you could relate to or talk to or trust. It would be really good for them to have this class where they would teach you how to deal with your emotions. And I think that it might help somehow in some kind of way. Are you drinking to all the actuallys that you've said in the entire stream? Because I've been listening them all out.
I'm just making up for it. Yeah. Fireman says he is all in for the Second Amendment rights, but he does not like the idea of armed teachers, and especially if you have your children going to that school with armed guns. Do you actually feel safer?
No, I don't.
I actually don't. Diesel guy, going back to school, I remember one of my teachers kicked me in the back. And May says Nat should be on camera too. In time. She's working on it.
We're working on it. I just feel more comfortable being. I feel more myself. And there's a reason. Did you know that there's a reason why I don't get on camera? Like, it's not because I look like Quasimodo. Everyone. I want everyone to know that.
You're one of those people who feels like the camera like captures your soul or something like that.
No, I had a bad experience when I was little.
With a camera?
Yes, my dad.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
wait.
No,
Wait a second.
No.
Wait a
You're
second.
taking that completely the wrong way. No. Do you remember in the 80s they had those huge camcorders that you had to like lay on your shoulder and you had to like walk all around? It was very, very heavy.
Yeah.
My dad had that, and he would go everywhere with that camera. Okay, and he would just record everything. And, you know, my mom loved being in front of the camera. My brother, like, everybody would kind of just entertain, like, okay, cool, like, go show this new flower. Like, yo, look, this is a flower. And they would have them modeling, whatever. And and then he would put me in front of the camera, and I would just stare like a deer in headlights, and I would start crying. And he would get so mad at me because I would cry. So this is the reason why I don't like him being in front of cameras. I just don't feel like myself. There you go. That's the reason why.
I'll be in front of the camera for the both of us. All right. What were we going to say? I was just about to jump onto something. Z Alves says, some teachers can't even control their own emotions. I doubt they can even teach kids how to do so.
No, well, this is true. But I would imagine that this particular class would have to be by like a trained professional, somebody, a psychiatrist or psychologist, somebody who would be able to teach.
Well, that actually brings me to another point. So we all know, so it may not even be the students. And there are tons of people just trying to infiltrate any kind of system, right? And God forbid there's someone who actually, you know, they're like, it seems like a stretch, but don't put it past anybody. I've always had the idea, if it can be thought of, then it can be done. And if someone is having a hard time actually getting like some kind of firearm for whatever reason, and they're like, you know what, I think I want to be a teacher so I can actually get a gun. You know, not to say that someone would actually be a teacher to that, but it's just like, it's everything is very reactionary and not proactive.
Wow, Fireman has an amazing point.
Go.
Question: why didn't the school shootings exist when we were in school? Something's changed.
Yeah,
this is true.
It's true. Humbug on his previous show, he made a good point that people don't. It's because of the well, I'm gonna call it the wimpization of society. All right. People are too scared to kind of stand up for what they believe in. People are too scared to kind of stand up for themselves as far as like giving
now?
it. Yeah. As far as like,
I think there's a very clear division on that, because I feel like there's the complete opposite to that spectrum where people are voicing their opinions to the extreme, like overcompensating.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying as far as like doing things the old-fashioned way. It's like so many people are just looking for the quick, easy answer to, I guess, settling something. No one wants to kind of like get in someone's face and kind of like having like a confrontation, because everyone's kind of like emotions are kind of neutered. Like I don't know how to deal with my emotions, and they just kind of look for kind of like.
I actually think that the media hasn't helped. The fact that like you know, the Columbine shootings and I think that was what sparked everything. Right. It gave people the idea, like, oh shit, like I could do that. You know, I really think that the media actually had a lot to do with it.
It's true. No, Gus says the media advertises way too much just to make people with issues want to outdo each other. And when it came to that Vegas shooting, they took a hard stance. We're not giving the shooter any kind of love.
Right.
Like, they're like, shooter, that's it. They didn't mention his name, whatever. They were like, F this guy.
And they knew that was what they were doing, that they were just, like idolizing all these shooters.
Right. So I felt like that was a good direction, but all of a sudden they just kind of got away from that.
It just seems like because school shootings, I mean, not to say that the Vegas shooting wasn't horrible. Of course, I think that they all were. But just when it's a school shooting, it's just so heartbreaking. I mean, like it is heartbreaking for the Vegas one too. It's just because they're kids.
And you know what's sad about that? It's because, so we all know as a public, as a group, as a village, it takes a village. Don't give the shooter any kind of credit. You know, just kind of let him fall to the wayside so no one else is trying to copycat the guy.
Right.
But as far as the media is concerned, right, they're like, you know, this whole not giving a shooter an identity thing, we're not getting ratings. You know, because people are turning into the news for who's the shooter, give us more about the shooter.
People want to know.
People want to know. And like, so they kind of like, it's really sad that it kind of like, we adopted it for that one story that I know of. And then now we're just like, let us know everything.
Right. And the thing is that you want to have a little bit of closure. Everybody wants closure. Like,
Very quick, what's going on?
What is the reason why people, you know, this particular shooter did it? Like, what was his reasoning? You know, because everybody's like, oh no, just perfect normal kid, you know, and then he had all these other problems that nobody knew about.
Right. It's a variety of things. It's definitely a variety of things. And you can't say it's one thing because it's been a slow process that has just been building up over the years, and it's.
I'm hoping that with this change, it hopefully it'll take a little bit of accessibility away from people or kids, younger people.
Yeah.
From these weapons.
You know, my suggestion was just like what was it? It's
talked about ammunition.
Yeah, it's just a suggestion. But I'd like to know what you guys think about it. Like, tax heavily ammo, because a lot of people are like, I want to buy my guns. I want to own my guns. I want as many guns as I want. Okay, that's fine. You know, but it's just like, you really don't need like a warehouse of ammunition like this guy had, right? So if there was like some kind of serious tax on personal firearms, like if you went to a shooting range, then I can understand if there was like kind of like some kind of leniency there where you can just like pop all day long because it's under a supervised location. But
right, it's just they have so many flags on what we were talking about, like on
everything else
in the banks. If I'm sitting here, I have $500 in my bank account, and all of a sudden I'm flooding it in with $1 million every week.
Right.
The bank's like, "Excuse me, miss, like where'd you get all this money?" And then they start asking me all kinds of questions. There's a lot of compliance issues and things that they start checking up on. So
right.
Why can't they do that with the amount of ammo that you end up purchasing? All right, so this was a very heavy topic. And
it's real. It
was extremely real, but I wanted to gauge everybody's opinion on it. But you were talking about the Wi-Fi how it's affecting us.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I want to go back to this was actually inspired by Humbug's show. He did a great episode as far as talking about they're introducing 5G, and everyone's just like, hold on a second. Is this stuff kind of like frying our brains? And after I listened to his podcast or his show, the YouTube algorithm just kind of sent me to another video where this guy was actually saying like, guys, stay away from it. There's scientific proof as far as like radio waves or microwaves or anything that's just actually coming from this, including Wi-Fi. It's fucking with us. And I remember for the longest time, and I'm gonna get a little personal here. I should probably have another shot.
You've literally said actually 1, 2, 3, 4,
yep.
5 times just now in that tiny little
epic fail. So cell phones and Wi-Fi and all that stuff. I'm gonna get to a huge point that was in Humbug's show. Actually. Where they actually took a cell phone. No, they put a plant next to a router, right? And they had a plant next to the router, and then a plant that was not next to a router, control and whatever. And the plant next to the router died like at a super accelerated rate. And of course, the one that was not next to the router was just fine. And the people, of course, like let's call them the tech group. They were saying, well, the reason why the plant died was because of the heat that was coming from the router. And the people that conducted the test were like, no, it really was not the heat. You know, there's something else going on here. So back in the days when I had like those old Nokia phones, it was kind of like the black phone like that.
Where you had to press the button 4 times in order to get to the S. When you were texting.
Yeah. And it had the green screen on it too, and you play the snake game. That was the only game on there.
That's right.
Yeah. I would talk on that phone all the time, and after a while, like the phone would hurt my head. Like I would talk like this on a phone, and after a while, after a couple minutes, I would have to talk on the phone like further and further away, and the more I had it close to my face, I would feel like this there was like an invisible something that was just like frying my head, and I felt it. There was no doubt about it, but you know, it's just like you didn't think it was actually doing anything to you. And now getting to the personal part, when I was with the mother of the three boys, and before my first son came around, we were trying to have kids and nothing was happening, right? And for the longest time, I had my phone inside of my front pockets at all times, like next to my nuts. And
oh my goodness. This is the fireball talking.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay. No, this is not the fireball talking. So like my phone was like right next to my nuts and nothing was happening. And then like one day I was just like, God, you know, like having this phone next to my nuts, it can't be right. Because I remember when I had my previous phone, it would make my head hurt and everything. Like I would feel the heat from my head. I'm gonna stop keeping the phone next to my nuts and just keep it in my back pocket.
Which is still technically like
but it's further away from my nuts. Like my ass has nothing to do with creating kids. I mean, maybe the motion, but the functionality of my butt does nothing for creating kids.
It's the proximity.
Right?
It's so close.
All right.
It would radiate through your ass.
Right. All right. So, I want to tell you, maybe about 3 or 4 months after I made that transition from my front pocket to my back pocket, boom. My ex-wife was. We got pregnant with our first son, and I was like, wow. And I would tell everybody, guys, like you wondered what would happen? Like, this is what happened. I moved my phone from my nuts to my butt, and all of a sudden we got pregnant. And boop boop, 3 kids later, like bam, like here we go. So like there is something there. And then if you saw my iPhone 10 review before I got the cover for this, like just holding the phone, I would feel this heat, this heat coming from the phone. And it's not like I was holding like a hot slice of pizza. It was like this radiating heat like coming from the phone that was just like there. And then after I took it off my phone, like it would be this lingering heat that would just be on my hand, and I was just kind of like feel something. Like, no, this cannot be right. So with that being said, nuts to butt. You're right. Now let's count how much likes he would say.
You do say like a lot. This is true. Thank you, Desi guy. This is true.
It's because I'm excited. You guys
and he's drunk. No, he's not. You're tipsy.
You guys are totally getting away from the message that I'm trying to preach here.
Well, kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying, there are a lot of girls right now, like when they don't have pockets,
yes,
they will stuff their phone inside of their bras,
right?
And they're trying to find the correlation between that and the fact that so many young girls now are being found with breast cancer, and that's increasing. So like it is something very scary. And I think back then when the Nokias and everything was all around, like that really wasn't something that they would speak about.
No, yeah. Well, no one was putting those bricks inside their bra.
But nobody was talking about it, Wi-Fi or the internet. Like nobody was talking about this being an issue.
Haha, does a guy. Messages. What's the?
Yes, this is the slurring.
I'm not slurring.
Yes.
Can we now confirm that Banjo likes butts?
No, Banjo doesn't like butts.
Nuts to butts. Oh my god.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to ask you.
I'm about to stop by the ATM. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go ahead and just put like an LOL.
What
ATM.
What are you saying?
Just ATM.
I don't get it.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Oh, what is it?
Hey now, I'm making no statements about preferences here. Whoa, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
Nothing. You keep on drinking.
Yeah. I'm thirsty. It's hot in here.
I wanted to ask you about Ready Player One. So Spielberg's new movie.
Yep. Should we bring that up?
Yes,
What's
yes,
the link?
yes.
What's the link?
Oh, I sent it to you as a
On my phone.
message.
You're
You're gonna have to just Google it. But give a synopsis about the movie. So, by the way, this is the book that he reads to me every day, a chapter every day.
Mm-hmm.
Ready Player One. It's a science fiction movie, correct?
Absolutely, yes. All right, so let's take a look at these fan-made Ready Player One posters.
They're not fan-made, are they?
Yeah, Ready Player One posters recreate film. Oh, classic films.
They're not fan-made.
They're not film. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Ready Player One, movie's coming out this month in March. I read the book. I'm currently reading it to my girlfriend. Really cool book. They said it's like Harry Potter for adults. I don't know what that means. I think it's way cooler. A whole bunch of video games and stuff in virtual reality. Got a really cool story in it. Basically,
a lot of 80s nostalgia.
A lot of 80s nostalgia,
which is the reason
for
why
sure.
they're saying that it's something that we're liking, like our generation.
Yeah, funny enough, I bought that book for my now 9-year-old son. It was like, whoa, cool. And he was just like, he was reading all the 80s reference stuff. He was like, what the heck?
Well, and that's why I think that's what's going on right now with the movie posters, that nobody's understanding it.
Well, let's take a look. All right, so here we go. Parzival and Artemis, Ready Player One, and they did a mockumentary, a mock of the Matrix.
Yeah, it's not.
And then here's one of Blade Runner. And then what's this? What is this from?
Which one?
They call themselves the High Five. I mean, I get that reference.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Stacks, the Oasis, the Hidden Keys, the Easter egg.
Is that like the Goonies?
Oh, that is the Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is the Goonies. All right.
What's another?
What is this from?
Which one?
I
don't know which one that is.
Harry Potter is for kids. Remember seeing a scene of Harry naked. Yeah, he was in some plane where he was naked. That's right.
What?
The Alvis just confirmed the Goonies. I don't know what this one is. I think this is The Getaway.
I don't know which one that one is.
Or something. Or maybe The Job. Or something. I don't know.
No, I don't know which one that is.
I think this is Baby Driver right here. Or Driver.
No.
No?
No, that's like an 80s. That's like Breakfast Club.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta think. It can't be Baby Driver. Baby Driver just came out.
Yeah, I guess. Ready Player One.
That has to be like the never-ending story.
Oh, maybe. Lost Boys.
No,
this is Lost Boys. This is Lost Boys.
Are you sure?
Yes, yes.
It looks like Karate Kid.
No, this is Lost Boys all the way. I know Lost Boys for sure.
Okay.
That was my ex-wife's favorite movie. So I know that.
I have no idea.
This is The Breakfast Club. This is Breakfast Club all the way.
Okay.
I don't know. Who are these cats?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, that's H.
Don't spoil it.
H, Shoto, and Daito. Artemis. All right.
The High Five.
The High Five, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Lost Boys, the Goonies. Okay. Okay, the Big Giant.
The Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant.
The Big Giant.
Rambo.
Rambo.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, I didn't see any of these, but yeah. So the entire point of these movie posters is because they're trying to pick up on the art from the 80s.
Yeah.
But that's the trend happening right now. Everybody's hating on these right now. But again, like, who's on Twitter? President Trump's on Twitter.
Yeah.
That kind of defeats my point.
Ready Player One. I love the movie. No, that's it.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna have one more.
Oh
my Donald Trump impression is normally like mediocre. That was just really bad. It went from mediocre to bad.
Oh my goodness! And you're gonna have another drink.
What's next on the docket?
This is pretty much the last one.
God, that voice.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
What voice?
I don't know. No. That was a Desi guy. He's like, God, that voice.
Are you talking about Lowe's voice?
I don't know, or her voice. I don't know.
And I don't. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I've podcasted. I feel sorry for at my girlfriend tonight. Haha, drunk low.
You guys have no idea. He turns into a little gremlin.
Oh my God. Have you guys ever heard the phrase whiskey?
Oh goodness! Wow.
Hey now.
All right.
That's the whatchamacallit talking. We need to build the wall.
Who said that?
Desi guy.
Oh, but he's trying to do the impersonation. I'm sure, right? Desi guy, because or else we're gonna have problems.
Gonna build a wall. I'm gonna build a great wall. Oh my god, that's not. It's not even mediocre. It's just bad. It's just bad. I actually tried really hard to actually like get a decent Donald Trump because
actually
not,
like 30
Bunch!
times in the one sentence.
I feel like
no.
I feel like we're getting closer to the end of the stream. So
we are.
Yes.
All right, let me have half of that.
All right, here you go. You can have all of that.
Thank you. I'm gonna start taking these for him. I don't think you can handle anymore.
Gotta start taking it to the head, yeah. All right.
So the last question that I had for you.
Oh, I was saying it to your impression on Donald Trump, not any of your voices. Oh God, that voice. No, but was it? God, that voice. All right, God, that voice.
Yeah.
No, I think it was the former.
Can I get to my last question?
Voice. Yeah, I guess your last question.
What life experiences has taught you the most?
Oh shoot! That was a great question. That's right. You want to answer that first, or
no? I wasn't gonna.
Okay, all right. So we were actually having a conversation about this. One of my life experiences that I feel that actually helped me the most was when I created my first YouTube channel, Pow It Out, and I actually did it with a couple of friends. And I learned a lot of things from that. I learned as far as like creating a dedicated workflow, because I wanted to get to a point where we're actually pumping out like maybe 2 or 3 videos a week. So I really had to like think ahead. I had to have all of my ducks lined up in a row. Really had to like pre-think things out. So it really kind of built the discipline in me to actually like. Let me change that. It really built the discipline in me to actually have everything pre-done or pre-prepared for a show, especially for when it came to like a talking head show. But at the same time, one of the biggest things was since me and my friends were actually doing this show, it was a huge passion of mine, but it wasn't a passion of theirs. So through that learning experience, it made me realize that even though your heart may be into something, even your closest friends may not be that passionate about the same thing that you are. So it was kind of a bit of a heartbreaking experience, but it was an experience that I felt like I needed to learn right then and there, because it really kind of like toughened me up. And as far as like moving forward, if I ever were to like actually get into anything or jump to anything, I knew that there were some kind of like limitation or expectations when it came to other people, especially when it came to close people. Yeah, they would support you in your interest, but don't expect them to be like all gun-ho and just kind of like being interested in every single thing you do, because if you kind of if you kind of hope for that, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And at the same time, it also made me realize that just because your friends are interested in what you're doing, it doesn't mean you're really good at what you're doing. So it also kind of pushed me even further. If I got so fucking good at something, no matter who it was, friends or strangers, there is no way that they could not ignore what you're doing. So whether they liked it or not, they can at least realize, yo, you're really fucking good at that. So that was one of the, all of that came from that, my first YouTube venture, Pow It Out.
Love, do you think that I give you constructive criticism?
I can't hear anything.
Oh my god. Do you think that I give you constructive criticism?
Absolutely. Yeah. Whenever I ask any of you, especially you, and you'll tell me, oh my god, like I loved it, that was awesome, I appreciate the praise, I appreciate the support, please tell me, what do you think I can fix? Because that's what I want to know. Like, do not be scared of hurting my feelings. You are not going to hurt my feelings whatsoever. The more that you let me know now, I can address it now and create a game plan to actually, as well, and then for, and all that stuff. You went over your head.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes.
Sasuke?
Sasuke Uchida Official. I use OBS for live streaming, but there are problems with the audio even when I connected my headphones. It gives a type of echo, and also, can you tell me any alternative for a live stream? Thanks. Sasuke Uchiha Official. I'm using Streamlabs OBS. It is very simple when doing live streams. There's a lot of things here where it just kind of sets it up. It does like a little pre-check run for you, and then you are good to go. I am going to do a video on this shortly. I meant to do that. I meant to have that video out this week, but I got sick, so I am running a little behind with that. But if you'd like to check for yourself, go ahead and check out Streamlabs OBS. A lot of the cool little integrated features are there, like this. You can do this, but look at, I just got a subscriber and even got a bot here. The bot here that I have here on my left hand corner. If people actually like to chat or do something or leave a donation, we can actually take the energy away from this little boss that we have here. And you can also do sponsors, donations. There's something wrong with the donation. I don't know why it looks like that. And also, if someone decides to leave a super chat. Yeah, so all of this is just kind of built into Streamlabs OBS. If you're looking to make your Streamlabs easier, I would definitely suggest checking out Streamlabs OBS. Boom. Any tips on controlling the sibilants on the TLM-103? Just got one, and it seems to distort really badly on compared to my C414. Evie, what do you have your TLM-103 connected to? That's first what I would say. And then if you have maybe like a compressor that has a de-esser, I would suggest using that. If not, maybe using a de-esser in post. He uses it.
Zio has asked you in the beginning of the stream what microphone you were using. Did you?
Oh, bro, sorry about that. It's the Rode NT1A. Bam. Yeah. Why? What do you guys think about this microphone? I'm just gonna keep switching up microphones throughout the live streams, and I guess you guys just, I guess it kind of brings up it starts the conversation. Hey, what kind of microphone are you using? So.
Can you really tell the difference? I can't tell this. Like how? What's the difference that you hear?
Of course, they can tell the difference.
No, but what can you teach me? What's the difference?
It takes years and years and years of just kind of like
building up my ears.
Building up your ears. Like, do you see these ears?
That you were just trying to unclog? Yeah,
I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything, but I can hear the difference between the microphone. Damn right. Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, well, so it's almost 10:30.
It's very much almost 10:30. I kind of like the aggressiveness of the Blue Yeti, Pro more. Yeah. That's the microphone that I use for my son's channel, Squiggly Glitch. We use that in all of our videos, and I really like that it has like those multiple patterns. It really comes in handy for that. And also that you don't need an XLR connection to connect to your computer. We actually use that using the USB connection connected straight to OBS and record it directly from there. And I did a review on that microphone as well on my channel, and tell you the truth, I'm actually super impressed. I would actually use that microphone on one of these live streams, except for some reason, whenever I have it laying on my desk, it picks up so much slapback of my voice hitting the desk and then actually hitting back in the microphone. So unless I could find some ways to actually hang it, yeah. All right. Atlo, thanks a lot for your help. No problem, bro. Z Alves, to me, the AT4040 was the best. Interesting. All right, well, we're making the rounds. I think my next microphone, I'll probably use the MKH416. If I dare, I might use the newer NW700. Who knows? So yeah.
Starting to get more congested. I hear it.
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It's late at night, so.
It is. All right. So let's call this an end to the live stream. Leave the Yeti alone. As far as like, don't even bother with it. I suppose. All right. All right, guys, that is it. We are calling an end to this live stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. As always, guys, go ahead, follow me on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also now you can follow us or join us on Discord, where that is still under construction. But I still invite you to actually join us and be a part of the Locos community. Guys, I hope so much that you enjoyed this week's live stream. As always, if there's any questions, Jonathan Sanchez just subscribed. Thank you so much. I wonder which video he just subscribed from. Why is there an 11 at the top of the corner? That is the number of people who are actually viewing the stream. I'm adding all sorts of little cool things. What happened?
I think you're funny.
Yeah.
Because you're actually.
I'm actually.
It's just gotten worse with every shot. It's been actually a little bit actual.
My fun tan. Oh God. Yes. Good night, Gus. Thank you so much for the fun tan. Oh boy. All right. Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys. Actually, no, that's stuff. Okay. All right, guys. That is it. We will see you in the next live stream. Not next Wednesday, but oh no, are you gonna be here next?
No, not the following.
The following. And
wait, maybe not. Wait. No? Yes, I will be here.
Okay, awesome. And we'll be here next time. If you guys can, please let me know what you think about the new this tweaked format. We wanted to have more of a conversational thing and more of kind of like a lunch table discussion where everybody can just kind of get in and just kind of have fun and just kind of enjoy the bantering that goes on between my girlfriend and I, and also because and also with you as well. Oh man, my eyes are getting blurry because of that fireball. Okay, it's time. It's time to end the live stream, guys. Until next time, we will see you in the next live stream, in the video, and all that stuff.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. See you later.
Ooh.